Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to the General Hospital recap for Friday, January 24th, Willow's boyfriend banned, Drew's dirty move, and Carly's hotel visitor, Carly Spencer lost her temper in her Baden-Baden, Germany hotel room. In a moment of wrath, Carly nearly broke some glass, but she refrained and appeared upset. Jack Brennan decided to stop over and see how Carly was doing because he had a meeting in London. Carly then revealed that the clinic's stringent procedures prevented her from seeing Michael Corinthos. Because she placed Michael in Sonny Corinthos' sphere of influence, Carly held herself responsible for Michael's suffering. Brennan thought about losing a comrade in a mission, but he understood that dwelling on the past would not alter the present. Brennan offered to drive Carly after she made the decision to return to the clinic and demand that they allow her to see Michael. Before Tracy Quartermaine stormed in and gave orders, Nina Reeves handed Willow Corinthos breakfast at the Quartermaine gatehouse. Willow pointed her that she could still file accusations of kidnapping Tracy when she confronted her. Willow has a bit more Nellie Benson in her than Tracy initially believed, she joked. Willow threatened to take the children and go after Nina hurried to her defense. When Tracy finally gave in, she made it clear that Willow could not invite her boyfriend home because Drew Quartermaine was prohibited from the Q property. Nina believed her instincts to make concessions had been correct, but Willow was concerned that moving back into the gatehouse was a mistake. Willow would miss living with her mother, but Nina embraced her and assured her that they would see one another frequently. Drew presented Curtis Ashford at Aurora with the prospect of a stock transaction that would restore his ownership stake. Curtis said he wouldn't make the deal even if Michael were well down the hall, but he was horrified that Drew was making this move when Michael was recuperating. Drew essentially shoved Curtis's past failed marriage in his face while defending his decision to fall for Willow. Curtis dismissed Drew from his position as CEO after he made a suggestion that he would destroy Aurora since the company didn't provide him with adequate benefits. Stella Henry was delighted by Kai Taylor's upbeat demeanor at GH, and he was eager to return to the field for the upcoming season. Kai begged the doctor to tell him the good news when his orthopedist finally showed up with updates. When Jocelyn Jacks and Trina Robinson met at the hospital, Joss said that she was there to investigate Dex Heller's case and apprehend a murderer. Jocelyn believed Kai would benefit from seeing someone from outside the football community when she found out Trina was there to visit him. Later, Trina went into Kai's room and saw him dejected. Kai's shoulder injury was obviously far worse than he had initially believed, since he eventually acknowledged that he would never play football again. Watch love blossom as we forecast that in the upcoming months, Trina will assist Kai in discovering a new direction. When she returned to turning woods with Jocelyn, she was happy to see that a volunteer position was available. Grinning, Jocelyn asked the woman behind the counter to sign her up. Lulu Spencer was still interested in the assistant post at Deception, but Brooklyn Quartermaine and Maxie Jones explained why it would be too awkward. Tracy arrived and found out that Lulu had applied for the job, just when it appeared that Lulu was prepared to accept that. Lulu was unable to turn down Tracy's enthusiastic offer to double the compensation. She had a meeting with Jen Sidwell in Laura Collins' office. Because Anna Devane was also present, Sidwell was criticized for the pandemonium that occurred in Africa. Sidwell pretended he had not broken any laws, nevertheless. When the subject of the warehouse explosion and the kidnapping of Sasha Gilmore Corbin was brought up, Sidwell said that no one had made any accusations against him. Laura didn't think many people would be eager to work with Sidwell in Port Charles, but he was adamant on doing business there. Sidwell took off after looking forward to disproving Laura. After a while, Anna talked to Laura about how Sidwell's entrance in Port Charles was timed since Sonny Corinthos' penthouse had just exploded. Anna decided to try to link that explosion to the one at the warehouse because it sparked suspicions. According to General Hospital spoilers, as his plot intensifies, Sidwell may do some more nefarious actions. Make plans, move cautiously, and give priority to your responsibilities. Plans have been teased by General Hospital spoilers and updates for Monday, January 27th. Be careful and prioritize your tasks. Jason Morgan has priority duties, Laura Collins advises exercising caution, and Elizabeth Baldwin has ideas. Spoilers for General Hospital, plans made. Elizabeth is with Lucky Spencer, and as they take a chance, it's clear that she has plans. She informs Lucky that once we tell her what's going on, she's going to help us find what we need. They are obviously in a hallway, standing outside a wooden door. Since their current location doesn't seem to be GH, to whom would Elizabeth be referring? What information might the woman have for them? They might have located Florence Gray, the mother of Martin Gray and Cyrus Renault. Could Florence help them understand why Cyrus has become a death angel? Read more. Plot twist in General Hospital, is Jen Sidwell a Cassadine family member? GH spoilers, cautiously proceed. In another scene, Laura is advising Lulu Spencer to exercise caution because she might be inviting problems. She's probably referring to Lulu's recent position as Brooke Lynn Quartermain's assistant at Deception Cosmetics. Additionally, she is controlled by Tracy Quartermain, her former stepmother, who pushed for the employment when Lulu was at the office with Brooke Lynn and Maxie Jones. It's still uneasy even if Lulu and Brooke Lynn decided to put their long-standing animosity behind them. Furthermore, it places Maxie in the middle of the two of them, and she stated that she didn't want to lose their friendship. General Hospital spoilers, Martin and Drew meet in another scene. Martin Gray and Drew Quartermain meet, and Martin appears distressed as Drew explains the situation to him. Tracy did not explicitly forbid Drew from entering the Quartermain estate, but she did forbid him from entering the gatehouse. Because he is prohibited from entering the gatehouse where Willow Corinthos and her kids reside, Drew is upset. Martin becomes anxious and distressed as Drew warns him that if they are going to forbid him from seeing Willow, then something else is on the horizon. Drew seems to be making some pretty serious threats, but what exactly does he believe he is capable of? Read more. Will Haley Poulos of General Hospital get another chance? GH spoilers, Willow meets Chase in another scene. Willow beams as she meets Harrison Chase, who has extended an offer to her, which she will accept. He might be proposing to assist her in devising a better plan than allowing her and her kids to remain at the mercy of Tracy's caprices. Willow had already clarified for Tracy what she would and would not do in relation to Amelia Corinthos and Wiley. At that point, Tracy established the rule that Drew and Scout Quartermain would not be allowed to enter the gatehouse or perhaps the Quartermain property because they had been staying at a motel. General Hospital spoilers, Sunny's California trip concerns Christina. Christina Corinthos Davis is concerned about Brick's recent appointment of Sunny Corinthos with a cardiologist in California. She asks her dad if he believes that now is the ideal moment for him to travel. She is unaware of Sunny's cardiac condition and is focused on his targeting at his apartment, which got Michael Corinthos in the crossfire. Christina knows enough about the mob's operations to know that Sunny shouldn't be leaving his zone just yet. Will he be able to persuade her that the trip is essential and that everything will work out? Spoilers for GH, priority duties. Jason yells at Anna Devane, "I need to do something more for him now," and she appears extremely serious. However, is he referring to Sunny or Danny Morgan, his son? Jason cannot help Michael Corinthos because he is receiving excellent care at the burn clinic in Baden-Baden. Jason may not be able to work for Sunny because he has been working for and with Anna, and he has already urged Sunny to leave the mob. And because of the potential risks to Danny, he declined to take up his mob operation. Is he referring to working for Jack Brennan and the WSB? Willow's boyfriend band, Drew's dirty move, and Carly's hotel visitor. General Hospital recap for Friday, January 24th. Friday's episode of General Hospital was a roller coaster of emotions and explosive confrontations as relationships were tested, alliances shifted, and tensions simmered across Port Charles and beyond. From Carly's fury in Baden-Baden to Nina's protective instincts, the stakes for many of the town's beloved residents reached new heights. Carly's emotional breakdown and a surprising visitor. In Baden-Baden, Germany, Carly Spencer's frustration reached a boiling point as she grappled with her inability to see Michael Corinthos at the clinic. Carly's despair was palpable as she nearly hurled a glass across her hotel room in a fit of anger. The usually composed Carly looked genuinely distraught, torn between her role as a mother and the seemingly insurmountable barriers standing between her and her son. Jack Brennan's unexpected arrival brought some solace, albeit temporarily. Brennan, who had been in London for a meeting, swung by to check on Carly. Their conversation was raw and emotional, with Carly blaming herself for Michael's predicament. She agonized over the choices that had brought him into Sunny Corinthos' dangerous orbit, questioning whether her past decisions had doomed her family. Brennan's reflection on losing a friend during a mission served as a poignant reminder of the futility of second-guessing the past. He gently encouraged Carly to focus on what she could control in the present. With renewed determination, Carly resolved to return to the clinic and demand access to Michael. Brennan offered to drive her, proving himself to be a steadfast ally during her time of need. Willow's new life at the gatehouse. Back in Port Charles, Nina Reeves tried to create a sense of normalcy for Willow Corinthos by bringing her breakfast at the Quartermaine gatehouse. However, their peaceful morning was interrupted by Tracy Quartermaine, who stormed in with her usual blend of sharp wit and commanding presence. Tracy wasted no time asserting her authority, barking orders and making it clear who was in charge. Willow, however, refused to be intimidated. She stood her ground, even reminding Tracy that she could still press kidnapping charges. Tracy, never one to back down, retaliated with a cutting remark about Willow's resemblance to Nellie Benson, a jab that hit close to home. Before the tension could escalate further, Nina intervened, rushing to Willow's defense. Willow's threat to leave with her children finally forced Tracy to relent, though she imposed a strict rule: no visits from Drew Quartermaine, who was banned from the property. Despite the uneasy truce, Willow confided in Nina about her doubts. She wondered if moving back to the gatehouse had been a mistake. Nina reassured her, emphasizing the importance of compromise and promising they'd see each other often. Their emotional embrace highlighted the growing bond between them, a stark contrast to their once hostile relationship. Drew's shocking proposal. At Aurora Media, Drew Quartermaine's desperation became evident as he pitched a controversial stock sale to Curtis Ashford. Drew proposed making Curtis the majority owner, a move that would secure the company's future but at a significant personal cost. Curtis was appalled, accusing Drew of exploiting the situation while Michael was still recovering. The tension between the two men escalated as Drew defended his actions, even taking a swipe at Curtis' failed marriage. The personal attack struck a nerve, prompting Curtis to kick Drew out of the CEO office. Drew's threat to tank Aurora out of spite only deepened the rift, leaving Curtis fuming and determined to protect his interests. Trina's visit brings comfort. At General Hospital, Trina Robinson crossed paths with Jocelyn Jacks, who revealed her plans to investigate Dex Heller's case. Their conversation shifted to Trina's visit to see Kai Taylor, a rising football star facing a career-ending injury. Jocelyn encouraged Trina, believing her presence would provide much-needed support. When Trina entered Kai's room, she found him despondent over the devastating news. Kai confessed that his shoulder injury was far worse than expected, dashing his hopes of returning to the field. Trina's empathy shone through as she listened and offered words of encouragement. The episode hinted at a potential new path for Kai, with Trina's guidance paving the way for personal growth and possibly even romance. Meanwhile, Jocelyn's determination to make a difference led her to Turning Woods, where she secured a volunteer position. Her enthusiasm and willingness to help underscored her growth and resilience, even as she faced challenges of her own. Lulu's job offer. At Deception, Lulu Spencer's quest for the assistant position hit a snag as Maxie Jones and Brooklyn Quartermaine laid out the reasons it wouldn't work. Just when it seemed Lulu might give up, Tracy Quartermaine made a dramatic entrance. Learning of Lulu's application, Tracy offered to double the salary, leaving Lulu unable to resist the opportunity. The development promised to inject fresh drama into Deception's already complicated dynamics. Sidwell stirs up trouble. In Laura Collins' office, a tense meeting unfolded between Laura, Anna Devane, and Jen Sidwell. The conversation delved into the chaos Sidwell had caused in Africa, including Sasha Gilmore Corbin's kidnapping and a warehouse explosion. Sidwell's smug demeanor and insistence on his innocence only fueled Laura and Anna's suspicions. Sidwell's determination to establish himself in Port Charles clashed with Laura's belief that his reputation would deter potential collaborators. As Sidwell departed, Anna speculated about a possible connection between his arrival and the recent explosion at Sonny Corinthos' penthouse. The mystery deepened, setting the stage for more intrigue and danger. Looking ahead. Friday's episode of General Hospital delivered a mix of heartbreak, determination, and unexpected alliances. As Carly prepares to confront the clinic in Germany, Willow navigates the challenges of life at the gatehouse, and Trina helps Kai chart a new course. The residents of Port Charles continue to face trials that test their strength and resilience. With Sidwell's sinister plans looming and Drew's actions threatening to unravel his relationships, the drama is far from over. Stay tuned for more twists and turns in the days ahead. In Germany, Jens and Drew are not as welcome on PC as Carly and Jack bond. In the opening scene of today's General Hospital episode, Carly Spencer bursts into her German hotel room while sobbing uncontrollably. She comes very close to throwing a bottle of vodka against the wall. Carly opens the door after hearing a knock and discovers Jack Brennan standing there. He claims he wanted to check in on her because he had a meeting in London. Carly asks if they can order room service and extends an invitation to come in. They both had tears in their eyes, and he nods. Although Carly acknowledges that Michael Corinthos must be present, she claims that she is unable to see him in the clinic. Regardless of her feelings, his needs come first. She admits to Jack that she feels guilty because she chose to introduce Sonny Corinthos into Michael's life in the first place. She told Jack how her children had always suffered as a result of her disregard for Sonny's hazards. Jack explains to Carly that it is useless to obsess over previous errors. He talks about how a mission went wrong and he lost a close friend, and that the best thing he can do is concentrate on the lessons he learned from the experience. Read more, discover the events of the most recent GH. Friday, January 24th General Hospital recap. Jens and Drew are not welcome in PC as Carly and Jack bond are in Germany. Recap of General Hospital. Willow battles Tracy. Drew Quartermain receives a message from Willow Corinthos, who has returned to the gatehouse. Willow tells Nina Reeves that she worries that she has made a big mistake when she stops by since she misses eating breakfast with her kid. Willow explains that she feels uncomfortable visiting the Quartermain estate for the first time in years. Tracy Quartermain interrupts, saying that now that Wiley and Amelia are not there, it is ideal to establish some ground rules. As the altercation starts, Willow explains that Tracy doesn't even like her children and that the kidnapping accusations would be reopened if she tries to abuse them. Willow is told by Tracy that she is unreliable and that she would lose her children if she doesn't behave appropriately. Additionally, according to Tracy, Drew has been barred from the property for good. After she goes, Willow considers relocating to live with Nina. Her mother advises her to continue following her instincts and acting morally. Friday, January 24th General Hospital recap. Jens and Drew are not welcome in PC as Carly and Jack bond are in Germany. Recap of General Hospital. Just leave, Drew. In order to speak with Curtis Ashford, Drew makes a visit to Aurora. Drew is attempting to make things right because he doesn't like the way things ended between them. He wants to know whether they can cooperate in any way. Curtis consents to listen to him out of consideration for their long-standing relationship. Drew is once more requesting control of his former business. He claims that Curtis is performing admirably and that he has no intention of stepping down from his role as CEO. Curtis informs Drew that he would prefer to step down than collaborate with him once more. He no longer recognizes Drew. Drew threatens to shut down the company he started when it becomes apparent that Curtis won't give up. Read more. General Hospital spoilers. Will the WSB brainwash Emma to get even with Anna? Recap of General Hospital. Joss and Trina are both on a mission. In the General Hospital corridor, Trina Robinson encounters Jocelyn Jacks, who tells her that she is attempting to prevent a murder. Joss is searching for someone who might know the truth about what happened to Dex Heller. After a while, she goes to the Turning Woods Clinic and takes the final volunteer position. Trina is visiting Kai Taylor at the hospital, who is eager to recover so he may resume playing football. He informed her that he had spoken with his orthopedist and that he would never play football again after she brought him a goodie package full of healthy items to aid in his recovery. Friday, January 24th General Hospital recap. Jens and Drew are not welcome in PC as Carly and Jack bond are in Germany. Lulu feels like the third wheel in Maxie and Brooke Lynn's friendship. A General Hospital recap. In search of Maxie Jones, Lulu Spencer visits her workplace and, as Maxie enters, takes a phone message. Lulu continues to advocate for the open position at Deception. When Brooke Lynn Quartermain enters, she queries why Lulu is there and why Maxie hasn't informed her that she isn't yet qualified for the position. Brooklyn clarifies that she is just not comfortable working with Lulu and is therefore refusing to do so. She doesn't want to have to justify every choice and idea she makes. Maxie concurs that there would be needless conflict if Lulu were employed. Lulu expresses regret for interfering with her friendship with Maxie. Brooklyn highlights the wonderful work Maxie has done in managing everything and some of the things Lulu has missed out on over the past 4 years. Lulu expresses regret for being unjust. According to Brooklyn, she may have a problem with Lulu since she reminds her of her past self and all of her transgressions. Tracy enters the office and demands that Lulu accept the position in exchange for double the pay. Read more. Plot twist in General Hospital. Is Jen Sidwell a Cassadine family member? Friday, January 24th General Hospital recap. Jens and Drew are not welcome in PC as Carly and Jack Bond are in Germany. General Hospital recap. Port Charles does not accept Jens. Laura Collins meets Jens Sidwell at the door of the mayor's office as he arrives. When she lets him in, Jens is confronted by Anna Devane, who claims that he not only attempted to kill her but also attempted to kill Laura's son. He expresses regret for the circumstances surrounding Lucky Spencer and claims that, in his opinion, everyone was deceiving him and that he had to defend his livelihood. He then refutes Anna's accusation that he abducted Sasha Corbin. Jen sits down and tries to win Laura over after realizing they have nothing substantial on him. She informs him that Port Charles does not want him. Sidwell wants to demonstrate that he is not just innocent but also valuable to Port Charles, thus he isn't leaving. Laura and Anna wonder if he was behind the explosion at Sunny's flat. For more General Hospital fun, spoilers, and recaps, return here. Make plans, move cautiously, and give priority to your responsibilities. Life is full of challenges, decisions, and moments that demand careful planning and a steady approach. The importance of these principles, making plans, moving cautiously, and giving priority to responsibilities, is often highlighted in dramatic ways on television. A recent General Hospital episode offered the perfect lens through which to examine these ideas. This article delves into the gripping storyline involving Carly Spencer, Jack Brennan, and others, exploring how these characters navigate their struggles while embodying, or failing to embody, these critical principles. Carly and Jack in Germany, the weight of responsibility. Carly Spencer's storyline opens with her tearful breakdown in a German hotel room. Carly is known for her fierce love for her children, but this episode shows how the burden of past choices weighs heavily on her. Her decision to bring Sonny Corinthos into her children's lives haunts her, especially now that Michael Corinthos is in a clinic. Carly's emotions underscore the importance of responsibility. Rather than focusing on her pain, she acknowledges that Michael's needs come first. By inviting Jack Brennan into her room for comfort and conversation, Carly demonstrates another essential aspect of responsibility, seeking support when needed. Jack's advice, to learn from the past rather than dwell on it, highlights the value of cautious reflection. Their bond in Germany offers a compelling reminder, even in moments of crisis, taking a step back, planning your next move, and prioritizing those who depend on you can lead to clarity and growth. Willow vs. Tracy, standing your ground. Back in Port Charles, Willow Corinthos faces her own set of challenges. Her interactions with Nina Reeves and Tracy Quartermain are charged with tension and layered with responsibility. Tracy, in her usual domineering manner, confronts Willow about her presence on the Quartermain estate. The verbal sparring escalates when Willow threatens to reinstate kidnapping charges against Tracy if she doesn't back off. This scene is a masterclass in standing your ground while balancing caution and responsibility. Willow doesn't lash out irrationally, instead, she carefully chooses her words, ensuring that her actions align with what's best for her children. Tracy, on the other hand, embodies a more reckless approach, using threats and intimidation. Willow's ability to calmly assert her boundaries exemplifies how moving cautiously and staying grounded in one's priorities can diffuse even the most volatile situations. Willow's contemplation of moving back in with Nina further underscores the theme of prioritizing responsibilities. Despite their fraught relationship, Willow is willing to consider what's best for her family, even if it means compromising her comfort. Drew's fall from grace, the dangers of recklessness. Meanwhile, Drew Quartermain's storyline takes a darker turn. His attempt to reconcile with Curtis Ashford is laden with tension and missteps. Drew's insistence on regaining ownership of his old company comes across as desperate rather than strategic. When Curtis refuses to budge, Drew escalates the situation by threatening to destroy the business he once built. This sequence is a stark reminder of what happens when caution is abandoned. Drew's actions are reactive and short-sighted, driven more by pride than by careful planning. His inability to prioritize long-term relationships over immediate gratification serves as a cautionary tale. In contrast, Curtis's measured response, refusing to compromise his integrity, shows the power of staying true to one's principles even under pressure. Drew's storyline invites viewers to reflect on their own decision-making processes. When faced with setbacks, it's crucial to take a step back, evaluate the situation, and plan a course of action that aligns with your values and responsibilities. Trina and Jocelyn, taking action with purpose. Trina Robinson and Jocelyn Jacks bring a younger perspective to the episode's themes. Jocelyn's determination to uncover the truth about Dex Heller's situation demonstrates her willingness to take risks for a cause she believes in. By volunteering at Turning Woods Clinic, Jocelyn takes a calculated step toward her goal. Trina's subplot, meanwhile, revolves around her support for Kai Taylor, a friend grappling with the devastating news that his football career is over. Trina's thoughtful gesture, bringing a care package of healthy snacks, shows how small, deliberate actions can make a big difference. Her ability to balance her own responsibilities while being there for a friend highlights the importance of empathy and planning. Both Trina and Jocelyn exemplify how taking purposeful action, grounded in caution and responsibility, can lead to meaningful outcomes. Their storylines also serve as a reminder that even in the face of uncertainty, careful planning and a focus on what truly matters can provide a sense of direction. Lulu, Maxie, and Brooke Lynn navigating complex relationships. The dynamic between Lulu Spencer, Maxie Jones, and Brooke Lynn Quartermain is another rich tapestry of planning, caution, and responsibility. Lulu's desire to join Deception is met with resistance from Brooke Lynn, who feels uneasy about working with her. Maxie, caught in the middle, tries to maintain her professionalism while preserving her friendships. The tension comes to a head when Tracy Quartermain steps in, offering Lulu the job at double the salary. This dramatic twist forces all three women to confront their priorities. For Lulu, the decision to accept the job means stepping out of her comfort zone and proving her worth. For Maxie and Brooke Lynn, it's an opportunity to reflect on how their past choices have shaped their present relationships. This subplot underscores the importance of navigating complex situations with care and intentionality. By prioritizing their individual responsibilities while remaining open to compromise, the characters demonstrate how thoughtful planning can lead to personal and professional growth. Jen Sidwell, a villain's perspective. Finally, Jen Sidwell's arrival in Port Charles adds an intriguing layer to the episode's themes. Confronted by Anna Devane and Laura Collins, Jens claims he wants to prove his innocence and become an asset to the community. However, his past actions, including his alleged involvement in the explosion at Sonny Corintho's apartment, cast a long shadow. Jen's storyline serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of prioritizing self-interest over responsibility. His attempts to manipulate Anna and Laura highlight the dangers of making plans without integrity. In contrast, Anna and Laura's cautious approach to dealing with Jens showcases the importance of vigilance and accountability.